Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm sorry for the delay, but we had some problems. My name is Natalia Mendez. I am agronomist in the Smart Fertilizer. And today I will be talking about how to use this software. Smart Fertilizer is able to provide optimal and personalized fertilization plans for any crop in any condition and with any growing methods. Smart is a cloud-based fertilizer management software with an advanced algorithms. So the customers who already are using our software, they are increasing the yields, they are reducing production costs, optimizing the quality of the harvest, they are having another benefits. So this software works based on the area, works based on the nutritional requirement of the crop, phenological stage, and field test, water, tissues, and soil. So what the software does is that the software gives us the exact amount of fertilizer that we need to apply so we don't have like nutritional deficiencies or excess of fertilizer in our crops. How does it work? It's very simple. The only thing you need to have is a computer, tablet, or cell phone and have access to internet. So once you get our license, you can get them online. You can buy them online. You will have your own credential, your password, and your username. So with those credentials, you are going to log in into the software, and you are going to create your field, choose your crop, introduce your field test, and after that, you will report. Well, now using our credentials, we just need to put our password and username to log into the software. I'm sorry for my internet is very slow. So once we log in, I want to give you a tour so you can see what you are going to find in the software. So we have the form up, the field test. The farm up is where you are going to create your field. Field test is where you are going to add your soil, water, or tissues analysis. So all this information you are going to have it from the laboratory that you work with. So details, you need to put all the information about the pH, bulk density, organic matter. And here, these elements, we have the elements with the units and the extraction method. So after you just put the number, and you will have the interpretation, and also you will have interpretation chart. If you don't have the extraction method, it's very simple. You just can see what the test says about like each element, like phosphorus. Let's say in the laboratory told you that it's low, so you just put it's low. Potassium, let's say it's high, so the only thing you need to do is organize all that information here, and also you will have the interpretation chart. And we have this for each test, water and tissues. After that, we will have the programs. That's what is you are going to start creating your fertilization report. You also will have my report, that is where you have a list of all the report that you have done. We have the crops, a list with all the crops that we have in our database. Also, if you want to add your own crop, you can do it using a scrub hour as a base. You can change the nutritional requirements, and so you will work with your own crop. You will find a list of fertilizer. This is the fertilizer that we have in our database. But also, if you want to add your own fertilizer, you can do it. You just have to put all the information here, save it, and you can do your fertilization plan with that fertilizer. Or if you work with organic fertilizer, you also can do it. We have a list of labs, the satellite. Also, if we need to use for our crop, we will have the sub accounts. That is for those accounts that need more than one user. We have the support. If you have some question, you can just write us and we will be taking care of whatever you need. And here we have all the general information about my account. If I want to update my account, if I want to change the language, we are going to start creating our field. So we go to Farm Up. By enter the location, we can find our location or our farm. And using these two tools that we have here, we are going to design our field. In this case, it's like this. Let's say that you need different area, like also you can put it. Change the area. Now we need to put a field name. We need to put our farm, and we need to select the field type. If it's soil grown, greenhouse, hydroponic. We are going to save all this information. When we click on it, we will have all the information about. So after that, we just go to field test, water or tissues test. In my case, I already have two here. So now we just go to programs. Here is where we are going to add our program, and we are going to start creating our fertilization plan. Let me refresh the page. So by add program, we are going to start with the general settings of our program. The software is going to ask for the farm, the area that we are going to work with, if we are going to use fertigation or not, if we need a blend, the type of crop that we are going to work with, all the information. Well, it's very important to have good internet connection, because if not, the software is going to work very slow. Okay. So this is what here. So let's say I'm going to work with pepper. Now we are going to select our farm, select the field that we already create. We are going to select the planting date. Tillage and previous crop. If we have that information, we can put it. If we don't need to put it. Now we are going to select if we are going to work with fertigation or not, if we have soil, tissues, or water analysis, if we need liming or base dressing, or if we need a blend. All this is up to our needs. Now we are going to select the crop that we are going to work with, the type, the growing method, and we are going to select our yield goal. So it's very important to save all this information, so this software is going to let us go to the next step. Now we are going to add our soil, water, or tissues analysis if we have them. We should have a list with all our analysis, and if we didn't add any yet, so we can go to add test. And now we can go to the next step. Now here the adjusted values. This information is based on our previous. Here we have each stage. So we just recalculate it and we go to the next step. That is the fertilizer schedule. Here we are gonna select our fertilizers. As I told you before, if you want to work with some specific fertilizer, you can just add them. Or if you work with organic fertilizer, you can add them to our list. And they will appear here and you can work with them. So after we select them, we just save them. Also, when we select the fertilizers, we can put the cost per kilogram. So the software is gonna tell us how much this fertilization plant is gonna cost. So that we are gonna put, because in different countries, they have different prices. So the only thing you need to put is the price per kilogram, and the software is gonna calculate how much is gonna cost for us and for each phenological stage. So as we can see here, we have the recommendation per stage if we want to see it, or per day or per week. And here we have the current application versus the requirements. As we can see here, we have the actual requirement and the current application. We have to make sure that it's 100%. So in this case, we will go back here. As I told you before, here you can put the price per kilogram of each fertilizer. So we were missing the calcium, so we are gonna add it, and we save all this information. So now we can see that the full requirement is 100% for each element. And we can see by each stage. So once we do this, we just go to the next step, that is where we have the fertigation, and we are going to select this stage. And we are going to get our fertigation recipe. As we can see, here we have the tank distribution. You can also change the tank volume. You can change the number of applications. If you need. And this software is already telling us the amount of fertilizer that we need to apply. So, as you can see, we can change all this information. It's up to your needs. Okay, now after this,